There are stories about beings coming from distant worlds, but what if the clues are already here? NASA, known for its big discoveries, says it's found something truly fascinating. A distant planet with strange lights that look like they might have been made by someone, or something. Are we starting to uncover secrets that could completely change how we see the universe? Could we be getting closer to finding life beyond Earth? Let's dive into what NASA discovered, and the truth behind those mysterious lights. Back in 2007, NASA launched the Dawn spacecraft to explore some of the most interesting objects in our solar system. Dawn used 3-ion engines, a technology that gave it a smooth, steady push, allowing it to travel farther than regular rockets. First, it spent 14 months orbiting Vesta, the second largest object in the asteroid belt. Dawn's mission gave us stunning photos and revealed that Vesta had a surprisingly complex surface. But then came its next stop, the dwarf planet Ceres. Ceres was discovered in 1801 by Italian astronomer Giuseppe Piazzi. It's the largest object in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, about 950 kilometers wide, and for a time was considered the smallest dwarf planet. But in 2006, it was reclassified. What makes Ceres really fascinating isn't just its size, it's the strange features on its surface. As Dawn approached Ceres in 2015, scientists were thrilled to finally get high-resolution images of this mysterious world. And what they saw stunned them: bright spots scattered across the surface, especially in a large crater. These weren't just random reflections, these lights stood out dramatically against the dark terrain. Before dawn, the best image we had of Ceres came from the Hubble Space Telescope, and it was just a blurry dot. Now, we had a close-up view, and new questions. What were those lights? Were they simply sunlight reflecting off ice? Or something more? Initial analysis suggested they were salt deposits, left behind by water that had evaporated. This pointed to a fascinating possibility: cryovolcanism, a form of volcanic activity where icy materials like water, ammonia, or methane erupt instead of molten rock. If true, it meant Ceres was more than just a cold, dead rock. It was geologically active. And that raised an even bigger question: could it also have once supported life? Ceres is unusual compared to other asteroids. It's less dense, with a surface made of water ice and minerals like clay and carbonates, materials that suggest it has a significant amount of water. Its structure might even include a layered interior, a rocky core, surrounded by a slushy, icy mantle. This internal heat may have once allowed liquid water to exist beneath the surface, an essential ingredient for life. Dawn's data also revealed ammonia-rich clays on Ceres, hinting that it may have formed in the cold, outer solar system and migrated inward. Ammonia acts like antifreeze, it lowers water's freezing point, meaning there could still be briny liquid reservoirs under Ceres's surface. All of this makes Ceres not just interesting, but potentially a key to understanding the early solar system and where life might begin. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for cryovolcanism is the bright crater named a crater. Inside it is a region known as Spot 5, the brightest and most famous light on Ceres. Dawn even detected hazy fogs in this area, likely caused by water vapor sublimating, changing from ice directly into gas. That suggests active processes are still happening on Ceres right now. A crater isn't alone. Other bright spots have been found all across the planet. These reflect light in unusual ways, strengthening the idea that cryovolcanoes are common on Ceres. They erupt salty water from beneath the surface, which quickly evaporates in space, leaving behind highly reflective salt deposits. This ongoing activity suggests that Ceres is far from a frozen, inactive world. Ceres's surface tells more of its story. It's covered in craters, many of them worn down and shallow, showing signs of age. Others are newer and well-defined, meaning they're more recent. But oddly, there are fewer craters than expected, suggesting that something is resurfacing the planet, possibly cryovolcanism covering old impact sites. That means Ceres may be renewing its surface, slowly erasing its ancient scars, something we don't typically see on small celestial bodies. So what makes Ceres special? It's big for an object in the asteroid belt, but not too big to prevent study. It's icy like a comet, but also rocky like a planet. It likely has water, salts, and ammonia beneath its crust. And its strange bright spots and potential cryovolcanoes point to an internal energy source that may still be active. And that brings us back to the lights, those strange glowing areas that look artificial from a distance. While there's no solid proof of intelligent design, the natural explanations are just as exciting. They point to geological activity, chemical reactions, and maybe even subsurface oceans. Ceres is reshaping how we think about small worlds. It's showing us that even tiny, cold places in the solar system can have active processes, and possibly the right ingredients for life. NASA's Dawn mission may be over, but its discoveries are still rippling through the scientific community. Every image of Ceres challenges the idea that small planets are lifeless or boring. Instead, we now know that even the asteroid belt hides mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Could Ceres harbor simple life beneath its icy crust? Could we find more worlds like it across the galaxy? These questions are no longer science fiction, they're now part of real exploration. And as we keep searching the skies, one thing is clear: we've only just begun to uncover the secrets of our solar system.